This is the X252 Shuttle quadcopter. This is a quadcopter with brushless motors and the XK transmitter, programmable transmitter. 720p FPV camera built right into the unit. 5.8 gigahertz transmission. Let's go over the battery real quick. It's a proprietary battery, custom battery made just for this quad. Slides in like this. It's got this adapter for hobby grade chargers. Just plugs in just like that, and the quad fires up. I'm going to be doing line of sight flying first, and then I'll be doing some FPV flying because I've got my tripod set up here and I've got my Fat Shark goggles. So I'm going to be doing some FPV flying after we do the line of sight test. Okay, so a little bit about this transmitter. This is the modes. This will change the modes, and we'll get into that in a minute. First, I want to just fly it as it is stock so you can see how fast it is. This is the throttle cut or hold. You always want to have this here, or else it's going to fire up right away for 3D. And that will scare the crap out of you if you don't know that. So keep this like this when you first start it up. And I think we're ready to go ahead and take off. There is no bind sequence. This thing just is ready to go. So I'm going to take off. I'm going to press the recording button, get some video. I'm going to go ahead and just turn this on. It's a little bright today. The sun's blazing. So I'm going to turn this on. You can kind of see the camera view there. Alright, so we're in stability mode. These are the default rates out of the box. I'm going to just do some basic back and forth here. Gonna fly like this for about a minute. Now the FPV view, unfortunately, is severely slowed when you turn recording on. Hate to get into a negative already. I love the power. I love the brushless motors on this. This is one hell of a unit. But yeah, when you record the FPV, the frame rate, it drops too much. That's why I'm doing a line of sight flight first, and then I'll go ahead and I'm going to turn off my video for a minute because I want to show you how to program this thing to go a lot faster. Alright, so I'm going to land it. Alright, now if you want to take this thing into high gear, go to dual rates, hit mode. Now this is how you change the various options here. So now use this roll dial to go to dual rates, to configure the dual rates. Now, the dual rates for Outrun are set to 100 by default. I'm going to set it to 125. And then the next bit, I'm going to set to, yeah, set it like this, 125. And then the next bit, select it, set to 125. Next bit, select it, set to 125, and so on and so forth. Then we can go to mode, or go back and go to throttle curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave those alone, that's fine. But number 4 actually changed to 65. And number 5, go ahead and change that to 95. This should give you one hell of a nice curve. And go back. Alright, so now we are on with the dual rates. I'm gonna put the camera recording back on. Let's get part 2 of the video. So now we're in dual rates. And we take off in dual rates. Be careful because this thing goes off like a rocket. If you're new to flying, stay with the defaults. As you can see, it was very stable in defaults, but very fast. Wow. Oh man, guys, GoPro shut off because it's so hot out here, so I had to stop and start again. But here we go again in the dual rates, and camera's on recording. Wow. Let's do some circles. I'm gonna go ahead and land. And I gotta come out here. Oh, and do some FPV flying. Alright, I'm ready to do some FPV flying. I've got the Black Pearl 32 channel diversity receiver with my antennas all set up, and the quad's got FPV going. So we're all good on that front. And I'm gonna put on the goggles now. Alright, I'm gonna start recording on my FPV goggles. And start. DVR is on and we're off. The video is workable, but the stream is not as fast as I would hope it would be. There's definitely a noticeable delay. It's pretty much impossible to record with this. And see, now we're having better results with my... Oh, even so though, look at that. We're still having some breakup. We're still having breakup issues. So I guess if you are doing some close range FPV flying, this would work. Try flying behind me. I'm hesitant to go between the trees, but he's made it. Oh, oh, oh! And there's a crash. Let's go take a look. Ah, there it is. No scratch on it from that crash. One thing that does concern me about this quad is that it is a plastic body and you can be moving at pretty fast rates. And you might crash and break it, but I'm hoping that it's strong enough to survive crashes on the grass. And I was hit into the tree and, well, it's still working, so that says something. Alright, so with that being said, you've seen some line of sight flying, you've seen some FPV flying, you've seen that it works with the Fat Shark goggles, and we went over some remote configuration. There's a lot, I can make a lot of video about this quad even more, but this is just my first day with it. So these are my first impressions. I love the power, I love the speed. The video could definitely do with some work, but that's it. That's the X252 Shuttle. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.